So they have to put it as far as possible in the model so that we can see the light rays parallel to each other from Earth. So that means that if the sun is 93 million miles away, the difference between the parallel lines will be immeasurable. The further away the sun is, the better your math will work, and no one will know what they are doing. But if you ask them how they triangulated the sun, they will get nervous, because they will have to use the fake trip to the moon. They only need the size when it comes to an eclipse, but when it comes to angles, they only deal with the sun as a point, because the size of the sun can be determined as long as you have the distance. If you have the distance, you have the size. If you have the size, you have the distance. That's all. So if you modify the distance, you have to modify the size. This is how it works. In fact, the distance to the sun has always changed throughout history. And every time they change the distance to the sun, they readjust everything else. But something strange happened in 2017 in the largest eclipse of the year over the United States. On August 21st, on their own website, they say that the duration of the eclipse is 5 hours. So if you do the calculations of the globe model, you will see that the eclipse should only last 4 hours and something. So with this eclipse, they have almost an hour to spare, and they know it. At that time, several NASA scientists began to say that the sun is much larger than they thought. They admitted that they need to increase the size of the sun to make the eclipse and the math match reality. The news came out in different media and several notes were replicated. They said that the sun was 250 times bigger than the actual size they have told us. But now, those news articles disappeared from the internet, and all we can find now is that NASA scientists say that the size of the sun has to be a bit bigger so the eclipse calculations can work more precisely. This is very relevant because what they are clearly saying is that the size of the sun is a theory, and of course the distance to it is also a theory, but most people do not know about this.